Repeat that again.
Yeah, like
we got Alonzo in the building. Introduce yourself, big dog.
Yeah, my name is Alonzo HERRAN. You know, the owner of Royal Family Films.
Okay. And I see you doing a lot of movies, man. Representing Jersey, man. How you came about by doing movies and stuff like that?
Wow. Yeah, but basically, back in 2009, I decided to write a book.
Okay.
And that was called Living with No Regrets. So I wrote that book, and I self-published it and dropped it in 2010. And the book was doing good. You know, it was getting one of them hood, urban ground books, and it was doing good. And I had this guy named Bink, and he did this movie called Cash Rules, and he had like Tretch, and he had like Notori and J.D. Williams. He had a bunch of celebrities in there, and artists that was on before they actually blew up. And then he was just trying to tell me like, yo man, invest into one of the projects with me. And I was like, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it the way I wanted to do it. So around 2013, I decided to turn the book into a script. And I was talking to different production, because I didn't know nothing about the film business at the time, and the cameras, what cameras they use, and so I wanted to meet this guy named Jamal Hall, and he kind of told me he did a movie, and I saw what he did, and it wasn't about, I know the production probably could have been a little better, but it was more of him, his personality. He was willing to grind and willing to do what he had to do to try to take his life and his expertise to the next level. And I'd rather work with somebody like that. He gave me his loyalty, so we started grinding, we started shooting, man, and then we started meeting like Mano was in it, Havoc, and Mark John Jeffries, and Clifton Powell, so Charlie Baltimore,
Sticky Fingers, right?
Vita from the Ink, so you start meeting it almost came like a hip hop movie, right. But it took off, man, and still to this day that movie is definitely getting recognition worldwide, worldwide now.
You still work with J Hall now?
Yeah, actually, we just finished up 2 projects together, but I have 7 in total. We did 6.
Okay.
Tell me about I hear that a lot, where people write a book first and then they take it to the movies. Why is that? Or like is that a stepping stone to it, or?
No, it's not a stepping stone. Some people usually just write a book first, and probably because of their story, they feel like somebody might have told them, you know what, this could be a good movie.
I see the vision to
yeah,
what
I see
you wrote.
the vision from reading to watching it.
Okay.
So, like I said, when I wrote the book, it was never like, I never thought about doing a movie. It was just, I just wanted to go down in my legacy that I wrote a book. I had a grandfather that used to always say, I'm gonna write a book. And, and he just always talked about it but never done it. And me, I'm the opposite. I'm gonna do it.
You had to.
And I ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So I wrote the book, but the book was doing good. I was like, people was like, I can see this as a movie. So I was like, you know what, I'm investing to myself.
Which your first movie was the name?
Living with No Regrets.
Okay. And then the second one?
Was King of Newark, which is the sequel to Living with No Regrets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a book to all the films, or?
No, just Living with No Regrets and King of Newark.
Okay.
King of Newark was a book too. But you don't need to. If you creative people in this world, you just go right to a script, and that's what you know what you want to do. But a lot of people trying to tell their story, so they write a book first.
What was the story of King of Newark? Since I'm a Newark head,
So am I. Brick City.
Since we all Brick City, what was the story briefly about that?
Well, it was basically, like I said, the first one, Living with No Regrets, was basically about a guy who grew up in Newark in the projects, but then wanted to become a regular statistics. Always getting up, turn 18, getting locked up, selling drugs. He wanted to do something in his life, so he got into politics. He started working at City Hall, being an aide to the mayor. So, in King of Newark, at this time, he built a little political clout. People started to like him. because he was giving back, doing things in the hood. So he decided to run for mayor. And when he was running for mayor, his past, of course, you know how people get jealous of you. They don't want to see you doing that. So his past started to haunt him for what he was doing when he was hustling, you know, trying to change his life. And there's always people that want to pull you back in. So that's what King of North was about. And people was getting, people were just getting the misconception of, it was supposed to be about who was the next big kingpin, drug kingpin, but that wasn't my vision. It was just basically showing a guy, he's still trying to do right, but his past, our past always haunts us sometimes. Even though we have a past and we can move on, but some things what you do in your past can always bite you back many years later.
Besides yourself, who were some of the other stars that was part of the cast?
Basically, we had, like I said, Nano, you know, he became the main character in there. I had Clifton Powell come back.
Nice.
I had Jason Weaver, Omar Gooding, Miguel Nunez. We had, there's a couple, you know, a lot of local talent. A lot of people from New York came out. We had people from Connecticut and, you know, and North, you know, people that in North, they came out to cast. Usman Sharif, you know, Ra Ali, Hassan Oliver, you know, all of us North whole grow just trying to do something different.
So let me play the bad guy real quick. Like, why we didn't have more North heads in that movie, or what was the politic about us now really, like, just straight having, instead of New York, Connecticut, straight either North legends or North up and coming? What was the whole hold up or the politic or the runarounds that you couldn't accomplish that or whatever?
Well, you know, I will say this. Like, when I do my casting calls, I went with Facebook, Instagram, and the Bible of acting is backstage. So I put ads up, people posted, I posted. These are the people that came out. We had more people applying on backstage from New York that was coming. People came from out of Connecticut. I had one girl came from, I can never forget her. She flew away from Ohio to be in this movie.
Wow.
The Norkers, yeah, some of them came out, few, and they was in there. But the majority didn't want nothing to do with the project. You know, everybody feel like what they see, they think they can portray a gangster in life and think they can do it on film. It doesn't happen like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't jump in this game to be an actor, to be honest with you. What happened? Like, it happened accidentally because my first movie and my book was somewhat similar to like my way of growing up, and I just didn't see anybody that could have played me besides me at the time. So that's how I got involved in it, as far as acting wise. But the hip hop artists that I went to, that's in Newark, that had the connections. You know,
They could have represented.
we could have made a slamming. I mean,
So
even though King of North,
so you wanted to, it's just it didn't happen.
yeah, I talked to several of them.
Okay.
I talked to several of them. I talked to the Red Mans. I talked to me and Do It All, Chop It Up, and he was in one, and he was a part of two. But like I said, you know, I talked to some of the people that could have really, you know, I try to reach out to like the Queen Latifahs and all that. I mean, I didn't get, you know, you can't get to everybody, but I sat down with the local people. Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, if they real with themselves, like I'm real with myself, they'll say, listen, oh, he came, he definitely asked, he tried to, and I ain't asked him to do nothing for free, because I ain't expecting nothing done for free. Everybody got paid in the movie, you know, if they was a major actor. And King of North is one of the biggest movies that I've done as still to this day. That and Living With No Regrets, those two is getting recognition all over the world. I'll be flying out people, oh, you the mayor, or you this, yeah, I seen that. You know, it's buzzing on Tubi right now. So, yeah, I try to, you know, I mean, come on, I love and die, I breathe North. You know, I'm born and raised, I'm still here. I got options to go somewhere else and start over and create some new. But at the end of the day, I'm still here trying to pick out the best, because we have talent. We just don't get the recognition. You know,
All the support.
that we definitely don't support each other like we're supposed to.
Yeah.
And you know, that's another thing. You know, like I said, I don't put. You know, when I first started this business, I got into the first movie. You know, I put a couple of friends in there. You know, you put some girls in there. You know, because you know you're trying to look them out. But then when I started to learn, looking people out is not going to get you to the next level. So I picked and we cast actors, people that was up and coming. You know, but we wanted to give them a chance to shine. And you'd be surprised, and I know you heard it, the people that's in the movie don't even promote the movie. They don't promote themselves.
Yeah, that
You
happens
know,
a
you
lot.
only get bigger as you promote yourself and believe in yourself. So it happens, you know, I'm on my 7th project. And like I said, even though you could put it in their contract, once you've put them in their shoe, you can't, what I'm going to do, waste my money taking them to court because they didn't promote the movie? Oh yeah, some of them might, if they was getting points, I said, listen, if you don't promote it, then you're gonna end up to your contract. So I'm not going to keep paying you. You know, you're not gonna get residuals off this movie and that. I even open up doors that other filmmakers don't do, where people can get money for the long run, and you know they're a major character. But we don't promote, man. We don't promote ourselves. So how do you expect the artist, how you think somebody from Cali gonna know who Rich is if he ain't promoting himself, he ain't talking about yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like Junior, you everywhere. You always been on your grind. So people learn and they develop, they heard you, they know you was affiliated to this, or Rap Man, or this artist, or Daddy Yankee, best with the Latin artists. They know. They start to know, and that's how you get your name recognition out here. But you got people today, your movie, you playing on Tubi. People call me, yo, you know how many people saw me in this movie? And I look at their page, they still won't promote it. We'll promote some dumb shit, but we won't promote, oh, yo, come check me out in this movie, King of North, that's on Tubi. Check it out for free. You know what I'm saying?
We get that with our own DJs. We book DJs and they don't promote the flyer, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be mad as shit.
Exactly.
Like, yo, so
Everybody
I
goes-
put you on the flyer if you're not promoting it.
Exactly.
But if I put you on the flyer with such and such DJ, top DJ, you quick as hell to blow that up.
Yeah.
But this is a movement of our own self that we could,
We gotta promote ourselves.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, you know, at the end of the day,
I know what
like
you're
now,
talking about.
the way I do business, and I just do, like, I just stay focused, man, you know? And I want good company around me. I don't want negative, you know, feedback around me. I just want to stay focused. The truth is the truth,
Yeah.
you know?
Facts.
So, we're saying that is just that, you know, you gotta promote. You know, if anything else that you gotta promote yourself. You know, if you believe in a project, if you believe in a person that's doing something, and it's not about hating, it's the movement, man. Everybody's still trying to get that Jersey wave, and we still trying to break the doors. New York, you see people dropping movies all the time. You see artists from New York coming out all the time. Atlanta, they support each other, man. We just don't.
Yeah. Jersey support is a little weird.
Stop acting bougie.
Yeah.
So tell us, how long is the casting call process? Like from seeing the person do some lines to seeing the picture to discussing it with the team?
So we normally, I normally promote advertising about a month. When we do a month of promotion on different networks, different people posting and sending out emails. Then depending on how the and usually we always get like about 50 to 1. You always get 10% of the people that apply. So we get about 200 or 300 people come out. We might get 100 people that come out. But sometimes we might go back and do another casting call because everybody that come out, you might not see every character that you're trying to fulfill,
Okay.
to lock in. But the one thing about me, people you go back on my Instagram, Facebook pages, casting's been out there. People are like, oh, I ain't here. Well, I ain't seen it. Okay.
That's actually how I
Well,
even-
why you ain't hit me up? I'm
Yeah.
not hitting you up. I run a business. You wanna be a part of something. You go look, or when you looking for a job, you go look for that. So that's the thing. Like I don't go looking for actors unless I see you do something and I say, damn, he got a good look. I want to use him. That's just how it is.
That's actually how I
People
came
want to
across
feel
you.
entitlement.
Yeah.
I mean, they want to feel entitlement. Like you supposed to have came and got them.
Mm-hmm.
To be in something. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
True. So, you really wanted to direct a movie, but you end up even being in the movie, even
Starring
being
in
an
the
actor,
film.
starting
Yeah,
All of them.
I went from the executive producer to being just a producer. I always never wanted to be a director yet because I didn't have the experience. A lot of times we want to step out of our lanes. We don't stay in our lanes. So I don't, directing. I'm not a director. Now my next project I do want to co-direct or be an assistant director. I think I have enough experience under some of my projects that now I know the vision. I know the way I want to see things shot. And how this the storyboard, how this should play out. But as far as the acting, they always joke around with the shit night thing. The executive producer want to be in all the videos and all
dancing, singing.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know what it is? It's just the stories that was written. I was a part of that. Like I said, I told you from Living With No Regrets. When I wrote Malcolm character, I kind of put my life story into that as well, and I didn't really see a cast member come out and say, you know what, I want him to play me. And with the Fearless one, because I have a background in martial arts, I wanted to be a part of that too. So now
I was going to ask you that. I didn't know whether that was real or not. I didn't know whether you actually.
Yeah. My father was a karate. He was a karate instructor.
Wow.
A karate instructor among many things that he did. So I did. We had our first karate school actually on Bloomfield Avenue and Lake Street.
Okay, that's
so over there by the Lombardi Gym.
Okay.
So and on Red Street, my bad. So we started there, and then he moved the school downtown on Bradford Place on top of the old Adams Theater. So karate was a way of disciplining me, keeping me in order. Even though I didn't want to do it, but I was very good at it. So that's when we got to the Fearless one, I wanted to be in that. But if God blessed me to continue to make films, you won't see me. You might see me do a little skit now, like 50 Cent, but I wouldn't be no major character and nothing like that. That's
that movie that he made look good, being out of shape.
Yeah. So that's the vision if things can go like that.
Yo, shout out to Angel. We gonna need Angel. Angel, he's a legend bouncer. He used to be a bouncer for Real Lounge.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? We're gonna have to have him on one of them Fearless ones. He's really I'm gonna tag you on his job. You probably seen him around.
Yeah.
Probably seen him around.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your background in law enforcement?
Okay. Basically, like I said, the things that I've done in my life was never planned or I wanted to. I didn't grow up wanting to be a cop. That's something I didn't want. I was going to do. Basically, I had a guy that used to play the streets hard, and he used to tell me like, listen, man, ain't too many people built for this lifestyle. You gotta be really willing to do some things in order, to get your money. And he just said that I look at you, you're not built like that. So when he died, he got killed in 2001. I just took that, and my son was born in '99, and I just figured that I needed something, to be on another direction in my life. I just knew, like I said, my life was meant more than just becoming another statistic. And then, so I basically just, I took the test. I took the test to become a cop, and I had a godfather who was political connected, and he helped me get on the job. He guided me to get on the job, and it was a good way. Like I said, it was good. It opened up other doors. I got into the real estate where I'm making majority of my money at, and it gave me good benefits to raise my son. So, and I left there and I retired there in 2018.
Wow.
And don't look back at it.
Thank you for your service, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go up there, pay my tickets. So I
Yeah,
had to
same. Or if we had a meeting.
No phone.
Yeah, but I am grateful that I did experience that I went through that, and a lot of people when they see me today, they be like, "Yo, you look out for me," You ain't treat me like a lot, some of the other officers. I mean, I'm just a kid from Newark, man. So at the end of the day, I treat people how I want to be treated. I ain't let no badge and gun get to my head. And so I walk without watching my back because I know I ain't do nothing wrong to nobody. But at the end of the day, it was an experience. It was something that products that I accomplished, and it's in my past now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you got Fearless 2 coming up.
Fearless 2 is out.
It's out.
Yeah, it just came out this past August. We dropped it on Tubi.
So these are titles that you're probably going to continue doing, like Fearless, and King of North.
Yeah, I mean the whole plan is, like I said, each year each time we get better. You network and you meet different people. So I think 2021 is going to be a big year for Warrior Family Films. I think we're close. I do plan on finishing a catalog. I want to give myself 10 films. So I do want to do King of North 3, which is being worked on now, written. I do want to, I just started reading the script for Fearless 3. I want to close that out. And I got this horror film I want to do called The Retreat. So, those are the 3 films that I want to try to get done by 2022.
What does a budget for an independent film look like?
It depends. It really depends. I hear people, when I got in this business, people were saying, oh, I shot this film for $5,000, $10,000. And, the reality of it, and you could, don't get me wrong, I have seen people do it. But see, the problem is, when you shoot a $5,000 or $10,000 movie, I'll give you your props that you got it done.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, where's it going to go? The industry is so critical because everybody's doing independent movies now. Like back in the days, everybody wanted to become a rapper, but you only had the Run DMC, the LL Cool J's, and then when Jay-Z broke the millennium, it was like everybody wanted to rap. So now everybody's running around with a camera shooting, doing a movie. Me, roughly, I can say when I got in this business, I ran into doing Living No Regrets. I was probably spending about $100,000 on that movie, and not knowing, different things, location, wardrobe.
Your staff. You
got to feed your crew, production-wise. You got to think about after the movie shot, the editing, the coloring, sound, mix master.
Marketing.
Yeah, marketing. So, but as I did King of North, I had more star power, production quality was better, and I was, under 100,000. So I have learned as I went on, but, like I said, me roughly to say from to being safe now, you can do a good independent project, I would say about 50 grand. If you and that's with some exceptions. That depending on, because your production crew alone, from a director, you need a director, you need a producer, you need who's going to be your camera guy,
the
sound guy, lighting guy, a gaffer. You really need a good, strong 7-man crew.
Lady guys.
So,
For the ladies.
Then you need to have, your talent, who you paying your actors, not just your celebrity talent, but you got to talk about your regular talent, you paying them. Yeah, so, they got the ones that have speaking lines, they got paid. Locations, your wardrobe, hair, makeup. So I would say, with C and D actors, star power, depending if you use 1 or 2 or 3 of them. Sometimes I get carried away because you might need somebody and you say, oh fuck, let's grab them. But at the end of the day, I would say roughly 50,000.
Okay. And
some people get it done less, depending on their relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I don't expect people to do anything for free for me. That's just how I am.
Do you have investors for your films, or is Alonzo the bank?
Nah, it's Alonzo's the bank.
Wow, man.
Pulling money from other investments that I did, because I believe in the story, and I believe it's going to pay off. Like I said, we 7 films in, so I believe 2021 is going out of 7, 2 of them want to be the one that take us to the next level.
And how's the outcome to that? Like, you made your money back? You made half of it back?
I pretty much I made money from premieres, from Redbox, little platforms like Amazon. It was on Amazon. Some of them, 2 of them was on Amazon for a while. Now Tubi is picking up. Tubi's paying well. Tubi is one of the for independent filmmakers. And they strict too about what they, how your film gotta look. But if you market your film right, you can make some good, decent monthly money, out of it.
What you think about this pandemic? Did it make it better for you? Did it make it harder for you?
I think it actually opened up. It's gonna make it. I think it made it better because people are home watching movies. Mm-hmm. Everybody's home. Nobody wants to be out. A good 70% don't want to be out here in the world. People scared. People got them underlying illnesses. They could be young, but they got. If you got asthma bad, you get catch that, you could be affected. So people been home watching movies, listening to music. Bored. Domestic violence is up.
So now it's the time.
Making babies. People pregnant. This is the time, and because there haven't been any films, really major films, shot during this pandemic. Those companies that used to love the hip hop, VH1 or TV1, they looking for product now. They going back to who got a good movie we can put on, sign and put on. Netflix is looking for stuff. Everybody's looking for content. You just got to get to that person that can make the decision to get your content on there.
So tell us more about your movie premieres, because if you're from Newark, everybody knows Cityplex, and you're the only guy that I know who can rent out the whole movie theater, get everybody in there. So tell us more about the movie premieres.
I'm not a cocky guy, but I gotta just say, ain't no one ever packed the movie like.
I've never seen that before, brother.
No, I will hold the title to that, but it's not about. It's just marketing. Mm-hmm. It's really about marketing, getting on your team. Like I said, I don't rely on the actors. I don't rely on the people I pay to promote. I'm never too big to get out and ride around the city and pass out flyers. I go to the supermarkets from the 1st to the 15th and pass out them flyers. I go to the certain housing complex, Stephen Crane, and the townhouses, the high-rise building, mm-hmm. and tell them, listen.
I've seen it in person, brother.
So you've been with me, Rich. You know what I'm saying? We go to the churches on Sundays and Bible studies on Wednesdays and hit the cars. That's your audience.
Hit the cars. Not go to church. Hit the car.
But you just gotta be out there. And like I said, what everybody else doing, the actors, mm-hmm. and everybody else doing, that's a plus. Everybody wants to be compensated for what they doing and just stay. Look, I'm a ride with this guy. If it take off, of course. And believe me, if this thing do blow over, I'm going to have a hand pick the 4 people that I know. That's been riding with me. But that's not the time to hop on the bandwagon. Mm-hmm. The time is, if you see something, you believe in it, do it for the right reason. Don't get me wrong. We all have responsibilities. Some got families and they can't spend too much time with. But the cheapest thing and the easiest thing you can do for someone is post something.
Yeah, it's free.
That's the free thing you can do. Go check out. I do it all the time. I don't party like I used to, but if I know June throwing the party, hey, go check out June. He throwing the party, such and such an empire. If I got 5 people to say, look at the flyer and say, what I think I'm gonna do. I ain't doing that on a Saturday. That's promotion.
Yeah.
That's more an attraction. We gotta stop getting out that. June, fuck him. He get too much pussy. He getting all the girls. He get the money. Like. If he's doing something that he want to do, until you come creative, why not support? That's the problem.
That we have in Jersey.
Yeah, we have in Jersey, and I do have a plan to try to change that. I do have a plan that I'm gonna start actually in March. I'm gonna try to change that. I'm gonna call a meeting with actors, artists, political. I've been doing politics for over 20 years. When somebody decides to run for mayor or councilman, I should be at the table. My voice should be heard. My opinion should matter. Our people come into our city. You know, we talk about the Jews come here. Yeah, they got the capital.
Grammarly can help you write quickly and confidently, so you never.
It's commercial free, bro. Commercial free.
Yeah, the Jews. But you know, I'm very like now. If there's only certain film festivals I would go to. Definitely, I want to do Sundance, Tribeca, and Miami Film Festival is good. You know, so that they, you know, New York have one. You know, you just want to make sure it matters, because a lot of people be saying distributors there. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that people walking around saying I'm from Netflix, I'm from Hulu, that's that. But I've seen places where ain't nobody been at. I have, like I said, I have my own connections now. Actually, where if people want, I'm a part of a company that does distribution now. The guy that hooked me up with Tubi, I became, you know, so an aggregator with that. So if an independent filmmaker want to get their movie on Tubi, Voodoo, they can come through Royal Family Films. And hopefully, like I said, we got some other doors that I could pitch a film into now. So I'm making those for 2021. Those is going to be out there, but it's competitive, man. I'm telling you, people gotta take this game serious. Your trailer sells your movie. Think about it. When you watch a movie, it's either the cover, who's in it, or the trailer.
The marketing.
If you watch a trailer, you be like, what is the movie about? People just showing clips. It's like, you know what? I don't care if you did spend $10,000 on a movie. Make it the best $10,000 you invested. Make sure your lighting is good, your sound is good, decent acting, you know, and the storyline. The script has to be tight. You know, I'm still learning. There's some things I'm tweaking.
Yeah, you can't freestyle that.
Yeah, and if you can't accept constructive criticism, then you don't need to be in this business at all, because that's the only thing that's going to make you stronger. There's times I have people criticize my film from A to Z. Take it on the chin. Yeah. You know, it is what it is.
It's going to only make you better.
It's going to make you better. They might not like it, but somebody else will. You know?
You've worked with a lot of artists, a lot of celebrity actors. Who's someone who you haven't worked with that you actually want to work with one day?
I got a list. I met her. We hung out a couple times. Megan Good. Nice. I wasn't in the film business at the time. I definitely want to work with her.
I would love to be in a movie with her.
What's her name? What's the girl who was Nipsey?
Laura
Linden. Yeah, I want to work with her.
Nice.
Definitely Michael Jai White. He's one of the guys I want to use for the Fearless 3. I was going to use him one time before Timac. He was in The Last Dragon, but hopefully I can get him in the Fearless 3 as well. You know, as far as that, King and North 3, I would like the.
We gotta take it to North with the. We gotta give them the Diaz brothers script.
Oh, yeah,
we just brought us. We brought the Diaz brothers from North.
I got a Spanish actress, and you know she wasn't an actress before, and I believed in her, and I'm glad she gave me the opportunity to believe in herself. But she's in the Second Chance. Her name is Tina Rivera. And she's from the North. She's from North. Beautiful girl, but and she's beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. But it wasn't her beauty that attracted me. It was her personality, her driven. She has a business called The Stretch Boss on Instagram. She repair a lot of weightlifters who injure athletes. You know, who hurt themselves. Actually, when I was tore my rotator cuff when I was a cop, somebody referred me to her, and I just started seeing her. But she's passionate about everything that she does, from family to her job. She was passionate about acting. You know, she was really studying that script, and so far she's been in 2 of my projects, and I'm definitely gonna use her in King and North, and I'm gonna use her in the Fearless 3. So, you know, I definitely want to. I met another guy named Carlos from New York. He was in A Father's Pride, good Spanish, Puerto Rican actor. So yeah, definitely wanted to, you know, Latinos, you know, you got to think.
These people, do they need to have experience to come and sit down with you, or is it just drive, the hunger?
If they have the drive and we can see the potential. I have her for the last 2 films. I hired a a casting agent to work with actors. So anybody now that we do a casting call and we see you, I pay for you to have your sessions with her. So it's up to you. She's going to tell you. And she's like, Alonzo, he ain't there. He ain't trying. You can tell who's really trying to, who really wants to do this. People want to just do this, but do you really want to do it?
Yeah.
Do you really want to do it? And that's why I had to step out from the acting and people say, you can tell he got better. You can tell I got better. But it's hard because executive producer, I'm responsible for scheduling. I'm responsible for locations. If anything go wrong on set, so it distracts me from really getting into the character that I really want to play.
Because you're doing so many other
I'm
jobs.
doing so many other
You got
jobs.
too many hats on.
Yeah, I would love to just say, Alonzo, I want you to play this character, and I just show up, and that's all I got to do. But at the end of the day, producing is what I want to do, not acting. It was a time when I was younger, I wanted to follow the acting thing, but I just want to produce. I'm good at that. I could make a movie. I could take an idea, turn it into a script, get it done. Now it's time. Where after that film is done, where's it going? You gotta have a home for it, or you stuck with it. You just And that's what a lot of people. Everybody want to do a movie. Everybody got an idea. Somebody called me today. Oh yeah, I got an idea. I want to do a movie. I want you to be a part of it. I want you to sponsor it. But where you want to go with that movie after that? You think people just go to Netflix and get a deal like that? And a lot of places ain't giving out the money that they really think that they're giving out. Somebody had to educate me and say, listen, I know a guy that did a movie with Snoop Dogg and Dewar. Netflix only wanted to give him $30,000 for a 2-year licensing. In Tubi, with the right marketing, you can make that back. You can make that back in a month. You can make that back in 2 months, depending on your Instagram followers and who you got pushing the movie. You just sometimes don't get me wrong. Netflix builds your resume up to say you was on it, but you talking about locking down your movie. You only got $30,000 when you could have made quadruple of that, and I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it. The kind of money you can make on Tubi.
When I talk about you to other people, I always compare you to the Tyler Perry of Jersey. My personal opinion. Do you ever see yourself, opening up a production studio or something like that where you doing everything in house?
If God bless me, yeah, I want that. I'm looking for the Tyler Perry. I'm looking for the 50 Cent. I'm looking for those major, the Oprahs, to say, listen, I see what you do on your budget. I'm gonna give you a $20 million
Some backing,
budget.
some real backing.
Give me some real backing. If I could do this on this budget, you imagine if I had a couple mil to do. And you talk about movies that talking about it took them 20 mil to shoot that one project. You give me a $500,000.
You'll be playing on BET
I'll show
on
you
repeat.
some blow up shit. I'll have you some jumping off some buildings. You just gotta go out there and get the right people. You got stunt schools. You got all types of shit. But it takes money, man. It takes money. Have a good production crew. Shoot with I like to shoot. In the last 2 years, we shoot with 2 cameras now at one time. Before we shoot one camera. Didn't have a sound guy.
And then went to charge the batteries.
Charge the batteries. Gotta have outlets. Asking people to do this, to assist with this. But that's your passion. That shows that you're grinding. You ain't gonna give up. But the point is, when you're able to do something better, then you get better. But yeah, I'm still grinding. I'm still I'm tagging 50 Cent. I mean, a lot of people hate that guy. Because he's arrogant. But you know what? Arrogance what got where we at. But look at the accomplishment he did for a black man. He got shit on ABC, man. ABC, major network. He done own stars, basically, because they paid him so much. He made stars. Dropping series, got new movies coming out all the time. Music industry killing them. You gotta look at that. Look where he came from, the projects. He came from the projects. His mother was killed. Grandparents raised him. That's our everyday life story, man. but we want to hate the guy because he's flat. He's cocky. Yeah, he's cocky. But that's what sometimes you gotta be cocky to get where you at. I'm not cocky. I'm confident. Ain't too many people. Ain't nobody gonna come to me and tell me you a piece of shit. You ain't doing this because I believe in myself.
Mm-hmm.
But some people have low self-esteem. So one time, so you tell somebody, yo, you ain't shit. You ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna be shit. They fold, man. You know, we gotta build that up. We gotta build each other up. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So that's what I'm about. That's what Warrior Family Films is about. That's what ALONZO HERRAN is about. Trying to uplift, trying to get back to the household and encourage our people. We can do better, man. Imagine that was us last week in the White House. Them monkeys, them niggers. Look at them. But now we looking at them as them. Yeah, they ignorant. They fuck because they kind of set a loss. So what? You get up off your knees, dust that shit off, and run again. And that's what you really want to do. The man fucked this up, man. What did he do?
Yeah.
We experienced COVID, man. That shit should have never happened. When that shit outbroke in China, they should have contained China. Nobody could come to the U.S. unless they had certain. They allowed that shit to come over here, man.
They wanted some of the stuff.
Yeah. It's billions of dollars in medicine research. Republicans, and this is our time for blacks to get money because they're giving out these stimulus, these money to these little businesses. And people are taking advantage of them. I've seen so many motherfucking new cars with tip tags during the pandemic that the motherfuckers talking about they broke. Can't pay their rent. Can't pay their mortgage. Our priorities is fucked up, man. That's what it is, our priorities. Until we go back to the original home and start training each other and helping each other, we ain't gonna get ahead. We got the power from rap artists, millions of dollars. From the pub daddies and the basketball players and football players, the minorities, we the majority now. Come on, growing up in the project was nothing but blacks and Puerto Ricans. You know? We the power, we the majority. We can't play the race card all the time, man. And I'm far from that. I dated every nationality. I love Latino women. Shit. They know it. People know it. I love Spanish women. And don't let her have no tattoos. Oh my God.
The tattoo ones go crazy.
But it's too much. We divide and conquer. And that ain't the way to do it. That ain't the way we should be. We got to get past that, man. And June doing this music thing, and if I could use him on some marketing, then I'm going to go see June. You got to use your resources, or you know, that's his lane. Rich, I know you a promoter. You was doing this thing. If Rich is going to go out there to get it done, then I'm going to use Rich. You see what I'm saying?
Put a team together.
Yeah. Put some money, put some money behind him. You know what I'm saying? I know he going to get it done. People want to be a part of something, they don't want to put in their work, man. They just want to say they're a part of something. That's not the way.
They want a piece of the success.
Yeah.
Now, you started doing the movies after the DVD went out of style?
No. When I did Living With No Regrets and King in Newark, DVDs was in demand then. That's when Redbox, they was buying a lot. Walmart was buying a lot.
Check your systems are offline.
Number one for today's hits and all-time favorites.